Azul is JetBlue in Brazil. We combined all those elements that we had at JetBlue and put in Brazil. And what we've been able to do is fly between cities that didn't have nonstop service, give more leg room. We're going to have TVs by the end of this year. Snacks in baskets, and you'd think you were flying on JetBlue, but it really has captured the imagination of the Brazilians. Particularly in the cities where we're flying, where we've brought airfares down and stimulated traffic, and you have a lot of people that were going by bus, that weren't going at all, businessmen that are opening up branch offices in a lot of different cities because it's easier to get to. So it's really been a lot of fun. When I first went to Brazil, I was born there. I have Brazilian citizenship. I launched the E190, which is the Embraer 190, which JetBlue flies up here. So I was familiar with Brazil, but after I left the day-to-day at JetBlue, and I went down there for a visit, and I looked at the market, and I go, wow, no one's flying the E190 down here. I think it's the best plane in the world for its mission. The market sizes in Brazil are a third what they should be. There's 50 million people going by air. That number should really be 150. And then I looked at the reasons why, and they really lacked a lot of nonstop service. And the reason they did is because our competitors were flying big airplanes, 185-seat airplanes. So I said, if I could go get a Brazilian-made airplane, fly it in Brazil, do it efficiently, create nonstop service where it doesn't exist, segment the fares so we could create 30-day advance purchase fares and 21-day advance purchase fares that were the same price or lower than the bus fare. We could bring a lot of people back from the buses. We could create traffic where it doesn't exist today. And we could really explode that market, and it would be a great, great market. And so I raised a couple $100 million and went to Embraer, and they were more than happy to sell us the airplanes. I took some key people with me that had worked at JetBlue and other places to kind of organize us down there in kind of a standard that I was accustomed to. And we just started to fly. We're flying 18 airplanes, 134 flights a day, 22 routes, and about 16 of them we have the only nonstop. We'll fly about 5 million people this year. We flew our first million people in less than 8 months. It was a record for the airline industry, for the history of airline industry. We're closing in on our 4 millionth customer now. If you can give better service at lower fares with great service, we've proven that we can really stimulate traffic. So we did a little contest in Brazil when we had 148,000 names, suggestions that came out. And as we looked at them all, I looked at Azul and I said, wow, Azul, blue. I want to name it Azul. And so it was actually the second most voted on name anyways. The first was Samba. I thought that wasn't necessarily... just didn't seem to fit at 38,000 feet. So we named it Azul, and everyone's really happy with it. It's a great name, and yeah, it does have a little something to do with JetBlue. Of course it does. But those are my roots. I created JetBlue. I'm proud of it, and I always will be. And so it's all that I learned at JetBlue, plus more that I should have learned, I took with me, and we created a great business in Brazil.